Hello everyone who just joined. If you have any questions about Russian language, then you can ask me questions. I will be happy to answer. Всем привет, привет. If you have any questions about Russian, let me know. Write your questions in the comments. Привет, Zizi. What time is it there at your place? When is O pronounced as O and when is A? I don't know what a stressed position means. A stressed position, so basically when O is under stress, then O is pronounced as O. And if O is without the stress, then O is pronounced as A. Under stress, it means just like in English. You have a stress, a little tick on top of the letter. It means it's stressed. For example, in English, that would be the word record. So the stress is on the O, record, and it means to record something, to make a video. Now, if you put the stress on the record, then it's a different meaning. So the stress is either on the O or on the record, record. Can you see the difference? In Russian, it's the same. The stress, it can be on any syllable. So if the O is stressed, it's pronounced as O. If O is unstressed, it's pronounced as A. That's it. So you guys who just joined this live, I am answering your questions about Russian language and Russian language. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, then I will be answering your questions for the whole hour here. Привет. Can you say hello? My name is Jaylin. Hello, Jaylin. One question, does Russian skip personal pronoun like Spanish? Russian doesn't usually skip the pronouns, but sometimes. Most of the time we use the pronouns. We use я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они. How do you roll the R's? How do you roll? Well, it takes time. Not all Russians can roll the R. So if you cannot roll your R, then it's not a problem. It will take time. It will come eventually. You shouldn't be focusing on that much. It's you just play around with your tongue and try to pronounce it. There's no technique on how to do it, but just kind of play with your tongue, and then it's like when you learn to whistle, you know? Sometimes, in the beginning you cannot do it, but then you practice, and then you can do it. So you guys who just joined this live stream, ask your questions about Russian. I will be answering your questions. Can you say cheese, please? It's really hard for me to pronounce. Cheese in Russian is sir. Please is пожалуйста. Сыр, пожалуйста. Сыр, пожалуйста. Сыр, пожалуйста. Hello Vietnam. Hello Vietnam. Xin chào. Xin chào. Come on. Do you do private Russian course? Yes. If you want to join my private classes, one-on-one classes, then you can send me a message on Telegram or Instagram, and I will send you a test to check your check your Russian, and then I will send you the books and the materials according to your level and according to your goals of studying Russian. It's not for free, but if you want to have private classes with me, then let me know on Instagram or Telegram. And let me just pin my Instagram and Telegram here. It's also connected to my TikTok account. So this is, I'm gonna pin this down on top. Okay, so this is my Instagram, Telegram. Write me a message there. You're a great teacher. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate your feedback and your kind words, and I really try to make classes simple and easy for you and clear. I understand that Russian is not that easy to learn, so I'm trying my best to make it simple and clear. So thank you very much for your feedback. Thank you for answering. You're welcome. Do you know Spanish? I don't know any Spanish. Well, I only know hola and uno, dos, tres. That's it. I can count from 1 to 3. Where are you from? I am from Russia, but now I live in Vietnam. Hello, where are you from? From Russia. Hello, what's your favorite thing about the Russian culture? Favorite thing about Russian culture, I think the songs, traditional Russian songs. Yes. What is the difference between мягкий знак and твердый знак? Мягкий знак is a soft sign. Soft sign. It makes the previous consonant letter soft. Consonant sound soft. The hard sign, the second one, it makes it hard. So it's pretty obvious. Hard sign makes it hard. Soft sign makes it soft. How much is for beginners level lessons? So the prices, they start from $28 per class. One class is 50 minutes. That's if you buy 12 classes. If you want to buy 8 classes, that's $29, and then 4 classes, it's $30. Hello, teacher. Hello. Have you read any Russian literature? Yes, I have read so much Russian literature because when I am 31, and I finished my master's degree when that was like 8 years ago. So I finished it in 2015, and while I was getting my master's degree, my bachelor's and my master's, then I had to read many Russian books, about 100 books per semester, per one semester. So I read a lot of that. Can you pronounce cook in Russian? Duolingo can never understand me when I say it. Cook is готовить, готовить. Thoughts on Duolingo? I never used Duolingo, and I don't know if it's useful or not. I know that a lot of my students, they ask me about Duolingo. I really have no idea because I never used it. Hello from Iceland. Wow, Iceland. This is the first time that somebody is watching me from Iceland. Wow. You're very welcome. You're very welcome in my live stream. How do you say let's celebrate in Russian? Let's celebrate is давай праздновать. Давай праздновать. Давай праздновать. Давай праздновать. How to say there is no time in Russian. There is no time is нет. Нет is no. Time is времени. Нет времени. Нет времени. Нет времени. Нет времени. Нет времени. Thank you for teaching us. You're very welcome. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do. I recently set up my new YouTube channel, but I don't post any classes on there. I only repost these live streams that I do on TikTok. So whenever, for example, this TikTok, if you want to this live stream, if you want to rewatch this live stream, it will appear on my YouTube channel. I don't post any other things except for these live streams on my YouTube channel. Thanks for explanation. You're very welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much for teaching me to count from 1 to 10 in Spanish. Здравствуйте, я из Финляндии. Hello, Finland. 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 Actually, yeah, you're also the first person from Finland who is commenting. So you're very welcome here in my live stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very interested in learning Russian language. You're very welcome. I'm just getting into Russian literature and it's making me want to learn Russian. Everything is so beautiful. Yes, Russian literature is very interesting and it's like classical. There's lots of stories in Russian books, unique stories and original stories, and yes, it's a good time spending. So I'm very happy that Russian literature motivates you to learn Russian. Duolingo is useful, but it shouldn't be your own source. Thank you very much for the roses. I really appreciate that. All I know is привет. Yes, привет. This is a good start. Привет is hi. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, Malaysia. I really want to go to Malaysia. In fact, I will go to Thailand and I will be right like 30 minutes away from Malaysia, from Malaysian border. I will not go to Malaysia this July, but I will be very close. Hello from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. I have been to Chicago and I have a photo in front of the cloud gate or the beam, the glass one, or the mirror one. What are some books that you would recommend for beginners? I have a few books for beginners, and if you join my classes, one-on-one classes, then I will send you the book and then we'll study using those books. Здравствуйте, как дела? Хорошо, спасибо. Hello from Oman. Hello, Oman. Very welcome. Как дела? Хорошо, учитель. Hello from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Wow, Amazon River. I want to go there. My teacher, love you, mate. Thank you very much for your love. Where are you from? I am from Russia, but I live in Vietnam right now. Ciao, xin chào. I'm from the Philippines. That means we are currently neighbors. Philippines. I know a little bit of Tagalog. Kamusta ka, mabuti? Kamusta ka, mabuti? My ex-girlfriend, she's a Filipino girl. Thank you for answering. I sent to you on Instagram. Yes, you're very welcome. Once I finish this live stream, I will answer your messages on Instagram and Telegram. So you guys, if you have any other questions, you can ask here or on Instagram, Telegram, if you want to join my classes. Do you have Russian ancestry? Well, I am Russian. I am from Russia. All my relatives are Russian, and I was born in Russia. I was raised in Russia. I got my master's degree in Russia. But just now I live in Vietnam. But I'm purely Russian. I'm from Australia. Is there any other Australians here? Australians, usually in my live streams I have a few Australians, yes. And I have a few students from Australia. What about Australia? I have a question. If I ever go to Australia, should I be scared or scared to go to the bathroom and see some spiders there or not? And I know that kangaroos, I've never seen kangaroos in my life, but I've seen some videos and they are very strong, and should I be afraid of them or not? Or they're peaceful? I know those are some standard questions that you get from people who are not from Australia, and I'm one of those people, so sorry for that. But those are some genuine questions that I wanted to ask. I'm watching from Iran. Hello. Very friendly country towards Russia. You're very welcome. How do you start learning Russian? So learning Russian is basically first of all, you have to learn the alphabet. Once you know the alphabet and the sounds that the letters make, you will be able to read. It's not that difficult as reading English or reading Chinese. It's pretty easy to read Russian. So if you spend 1 week to learn the alphabet and the sounds, then you already have one skill. You can read. Seeing you give me a great energy to learn Russian. I'm very happy to be your motivation to learn Russian. Thank you very much. I lost all the comments. Thank you very much for the roses. Thank you for your efforts and endless help. You're very welcome. Я из Ирака. Hello, Iraq. You're very welcome in my live stream. Как дела? Хорошо. Hello from London. London. Hello, London. I've been to London, how many times? Maybe 5 times. And I got this photo in front of the Big Ben, and it wasn't in it wasn't being renovated, so I got a chance to take a photo in front of it in a nice appearance. The Bean, how wonderful. Yes, The Bean. Where can I join your classes? So I do classes on Zoom or Google Meet. So if you want to join my classes, then you can write me a message on Telegram or Instagram, and then I will send you a test to check your Russian, and then I will ask you about your goals of studying Russian, and then according to that information, I will prepare some materials and books for you. So if you want to join my classes, I will leave my Instagram and Telegram account here. So I'm gonna pin this comment. So this is my Instagram and Telegram. If you want to join my private one-on-one classes, then you're very welcome. Leave me a message. Let me find the other comments. How wonderful. How can I say I love you so much in Russian? I love you so much is, let me think. Я is I. Я очень is very. Сильно is strong. So we don't say much, we would say strong. I very strongly love you. Я очень сильно. And love is люблю, and you is тебя. Я очень сильно люблю тебя. Я очень сильно люблю тебя. Are you Kurdish? Asking because of your name. I am not Kurdish. I am Russian. I'm Russian. I was born in Russia. I was raised in Russia. All my family are Russian people. How do you say in Russian, Russia? This one, I will not answer this question. Hello, France. Hello, France. I've been to France. I've been to Paris, and by the way, I stayed right next to a train station, a metro station that is named Stalingrad. And I was really surprised that you guys have a train station which is named Stalingrad. Wow. Hello from Costa Rica. Hello, Costa Rica. You're very welcome here. How do you say that letter that looks like... this letter, okay. This letter is U. It's like, I know it's a little hard to pronounce, but basically the way that you pronounce it is, imagine that someone hit you in your stomach, like with a fist. So it's like you're like in pain, and you sound it out. So this is the sound. Greetings from Philippines. Hello, Philippines. Kamusta ka, mabuti? It seems you're Kurdish to hear. Yes, I'm not Kurdish, but yeah, the other ones. I am Uzbek. Hello, Uzbekistan. Nice to meet you. You're welcome in my live stream. The lessons are online video calls, and for how long? Thanks. Yes, online. If you want to join my private one-on-one lessons, they're online. They're on Zoom or Google Meet, and then I will be teaching you, me personally. It's not a recorded lesson. I will be teaching you one-on-one, just you and me. And one lesson is 50 minutes. 50 minutes, 50. And then the prices, they start from $28. Like if you buy 12 classes, then it's $28 per class. If you buy 8 classes, then it's $29 per class. If it's 4 classes, then it's $30 per class. So the more classes you buy, then the cheaper it is too. The cheaper the class is. So again, I will pin this message with my Telegram and Instagram. This is the one. How do I do that? Okay, there you go, in this comment. This is my Telegram and Instagram. If you want to join my classes, then please send me a message there. Let me see. That's great. Glad to hear that from you. We don't have a lot of crazy wildlife, but it's unlikely you'll encounter. We do have a lot of crazy wildlife, but it's unlikely you will encounter many. At most, you'll see a spider. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I need to be prepared if I ever go to Australia. That would be nice. I want to see the kangaroos and red. I've seen some photos of like red rock in the middle of the country, and I've heard it's like a sacred place for native Australians or indigenous people. I have the best Russian alphabet tutorial. Thank you so much for your videos. You have the best Russian alphabet tutorial. Yes, I do have. Thank you very much. And there's the alphabet tutorial is like $5. It's pretty cheap, so you can get it. I mean, there's like not only the alphabet, there's also sounds that you can get. Why is O sometimes pronounced as A? So basically, in Russian language, first of all, the first thing that you have to know is there are stressed syllables or stressed vowel sounds. Just the same as in English. For example, you have the word record. Let's say record. The stress is on the O, record. And that means it's a verb. You record a video, you record something. Now, if the stress is on the record, then it's a different meaning. It means like a record, like a noun, an object, a record. So you see the stress, it changes the meaning of a word, right? So also there are stresses in Russian language, and the same as in English, you never know where the stress is. You have to memorize where the stress is. There's no way to figure it out. There's no formula for that. Just the same as in English. Record, record. Why is that? It is what it is. You have to memorize that. So in Russian, there are stresses, and you have to, whenever you learn a word, you have to memorize where the stress is. So now you know where the stress is because you memorized it in a dictionary, for example, or someone told you, your teacher told you. Now, if O is stressed, under stress, for example, the word молоко, ko is stressed, so that's why I pronounce as O, молоко, it's stressed. Now, the other two O's, they're unstressed. I pronounce them as A. Ma, la, ko. O is pronounced. The other two O's, they're not the O is stressed. The last O is stressed. The other two O's, they're not stressed. So the O's that are not stressed, they're pronounced as A. The O that is stressed is pronounced as O. That's it. There is a little bit more details on that, but those ones I already explained in my videos. You can watch them. It's going to take quite a bit of time to explain that here. So just shortly, this is the pattern. Stressed O is pronounced as O. Not stressed O is pronounced as A. I'm watching from Brazil, and your classes have here on TikTok helped me a lot. Thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate your feedback, and it really makes me happy that my video lessons, they work and they help you. So I'm always happy to hear that my videos help you. Learning Russian is pretty much like learning Japanese. I'm not sure. I don't know Japanese, so I don't know how they are connected. Not sure. In Japanese, I know. Oh yes, there's like the r. I think Japanese people, they pronounce the r. Arigato, arigato, r, 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 right? How o'clock there in Russia? I am not in Russia right now. I am in Vietnam, and I think it's about 10 or 11 right now. No, it's not 10. It's like 11, about 11 in the morning. My dear teacher, can you explain the sound of O sometimes as ah? This one I already explained. Hi from Texas. I'm Uzbek, but I speak Russian, very hard language to learn. Hello, Texas. Hello, Texas. I have a friend in Texas. I've been to Texas a few times. I've been to Dallas and Houston. Thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to joining your classes. I'm very happy if you join my classes. I'll be happy to teach you. And whenever my students, they improve their skills in Russian, that makes me happy. So, yeah. I'm Uzbek too. Do you know Uzbek? I'm trying to learn but have difficulty. I love you too, bro. I've been trying. It's very hard. Okay, they're talking. Hi, bro. How are you? I missed you. Thank you for missing me. Hello, Dolly. Thank you very much for your roses. I really appreciate it. You're often in my live streams, which makes me happy. How do you say good morning in Russian? Good morning is Dobrое утро. Доброе утро. Доброе утро. Доброе утро. You're so handsome. Thank you very much. La metro estro le voice. This one I don't understand. I can say U alone, but I can't pronounce it in words. Don't worry, it takes practice, it takes time. You will not be able to pronounce it in 1 day or 2 days, but it will come eventually. Добрый день, як справи, що робиш? Привет, привет, как дела? Спасибо большое, товарищ, пожалуйста. Are you teaching Russian? Yes, I teach Russian. Teaching Russian is my full-time job. I have about 4 or 5 classes a day. I teach online one-on-one private classes. I don't teach groups. I teach only one-on-one. If you want to join my classes, then you can send me a message on Telegram and or Instagram. And I will test your Russian level, and then I will prepare materials and the books according to your level and according to your goals of studying Russian. So if you want to join my classes, then I will leave you my Telegram and Instagram. Is this one? This is my Telegram and Instagram. So just send me a message there. Let me find Okay. Is dialect ambiguous to the many regions in Russia? Thank you very much for the roses. I really appreciate your gifts. Dialects are not that much of a thing in Russia, even though Russia is so big. The dialects, I mean, the accents are not that much different compared, for example, to the UK. Like once you're in, I mean, you're in London, and then you hear this, and then once you're outside of London, it's so different. Like it sounds so different. I mean, English. In Russia, Russia is so big, and then there's not much of a difference between the regions, between, for example, Moscow and Vladivostok. Not much of a difference. I think it's because of the education system in the Soviet Union, like where everybody had to learn the standard Russian. Medved. How would you say I am a beginner in Russian language? I am a beginner in Russian. It's let me think. I don't think we ever say like this. I'm a beginner in Russian. We say I just started learning Russian, like that. Я только что начал учить русский. Я только что. Я is I, только что is just. Я только что начал. Начал is began. Я только что начал учить. Учить is study or learn. Я только что начал учить русский. Русский is Russian. Я только что начал учить русский. Я только что начал учить русский. Did a few Russian lessons earlier. How was that? The rock is called Uluru. Yes. Yeah, I heard about it. Hello, bro. What phrases can I use when meeting a pretty Russian girl? You can say you're very beautiful. Ты очень. Ты is you. Очень is very. And beautiful is красивая. Красивая. Ты очень красивая. Ты очень красивая. Ты очень красивая. Using Duolingo. What teaching Russian means to you? Why are you doing it, except the fact you like it? Well, I am a Russian teacher by my education. I have a bachelor's and I have a master's degree in Russian language and literature. So I have been a Russian teacher for around 10 years. I used to teach Russian at Concordia College in Minnesota in the United States. So since I graduated university, I have been teaching Russian for all this time. So this is just my job, and I'm Russian. I come from Russia. I was born in Russia. I was raised in Russia. My family is Russian, and I'm a Russian language teacher, and this is my job. So it means a lot to me. This is my life. Yes, Uluru, it's very beautiful, and the rock changes color based on the time of day with light. I would really want to visit that rock. It's very, very interesting to see. And Australia in general. What's the hardest former USSR country to understand in Russian? What's the hardest former USSR country to understand in Russian? I don't know. I'm not sure, because the only two USSR countries that I've been to are only one, actually. I mean, two. it's Russia and Ukraine. Yes, and Ukraine is pretty easy to understand. I'm in Ukrainian. It's like my mom, she is from there, so for me it's just one language, so it's very easy to understand. Um, Belarusian, I think it's very easy to understand. Like Estonian, I'm not sure. I've never been there, and I've never really met any Estonian people. Or maybe I've met, but they were speaking Russian. I'm not sure. I'm poor, or I'd get your lesson plan. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, whenever you are not poor anymore, then you can join my classes. Guys use Tandem, not Duolingo. I don't know. I've never used those, so I cannot recommend. Hey bro, I'm from Brazil and still like your video teaching Russian. Hello Brazil, you're very welcome on my channel, on my live stream. I want to go to Brazil. It's one of the things that I want to do there is to see the Amazon River, and I want to see the place where the river is like very muddy, and there's the Amazon River and the muddy river. The Amazon River, they come together and they don't mix up, which is wow. This is amazing. Reading Solzhenitsyn and Dostoevsky got me interested in Russian. Yes, those are good ones. I've read a lot of Russian books, so I love Russian literature. I like that the stress is denoted in Russian. I hate how in English you aren't told. When Russian people, for example, they learn English, they know about stress, but it's different. It's a little different because in Russian the stressed syllable is stressed on top of the stressed vowel sound is stressed on top of it, on top of the vowel sound. Whereas in English dictionaries, the stress, it comes after the stressed syllable. So, for example, not after, before. So, understand, for example, understand. So, the little tick would be before letter S. Understand. So it's like not over. In Russian, it would be over the A letter. Understand, A. But in English, it's like before S, which makes it confusing to learn. You have a relaxing voice. Thank you very much. Yes. I am in general a relaxed person. Thank you very much for the gifts. I really appreciate your gifts. Очень приятно. Очень приятно. You have nice cheekbones. Thank you. Thank you very much for the roses. I really appreciate your gifts. Thank you for teaching me Russian. You're very welcome. Да, нормально. What can you do to improve my accent when speaking Russian? I have a slight American accent. With the accents, it's I usually recommend to listen to Russian radio, and or a podcast, and then copy what they said. So you should copy the pronunciation, copy the sentence, copy the phrase. So you listen, stop, copy, pronounce. Play again, listen, stop, copy the pronunciation. That's a good way. Я сейчас учу русский. Why do Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday start with S? What does it mean? Okay. So when you congratulate someone with Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday, so we say S, it means with, So it's like, I congratulate you with Christmas and happy birthday. So with, so it's like s is with. So basically, you can say, in a full sentence, you can say, I congratulate you with Christmas. This is how you say that in Russian. Я поздравляю тебя с Рождеством. Or I congratulate you with happy birthday. Я поздравляю тебя с днем рождения. But in a short form, you would just say with happy birthday or with Christmas. So с днем рождения, с Рождеством. Okay, what's the next one? I'm originally from Russia and lost my Russian when I came to America as a kid, relearning it. Hello, Vika. Yes, I know this problem. When I was working in Minnesota at Concordia College, I used to teach a lot of Russian children who were adopted from Russia by American parents, and their parents, they wanted them to not forget their Russian heritage. So I was one of the teachers who was teaching them. Hello, bro. Greetings from Colombia. Thank you. You're very welcome. Hello, Colombia. Russia is the best country in the world. Glory to Russia. Thank you very much. Hello from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. Welcome in my live stream. It's 5:53 a.m. in St. Petersburg. Is it? I'm not sure, because now I'm not in Russia. I live in Vietnam. Yes, I do live in Vietnam. So you guys who messaged me here in the chat, I will answer all your questions. Just please give me the time to read and answer, because there are many messages I can see. I am not Russian. I am not Russian. Привет. I started learning in 2020. Have to get back. Well, yeah, you can watch my videos and join my private one-on-one classes, and we can learn together. Do you have children? No, I don't have children. Let me see. Oh, so many messages I lost. Oh, I understand why there are so many messages. Somebody is fighting there. That's why. Okay. You guys, please no fighting here. I don't like fighting and arguing, and I'm not going to go into politics here. So just ask me questions about Russian language. I'm not there right now. I'm in the USA. Someone asked about time. Okay, understand. I am from Australia, learning Russian on Duolingo for around 120 days. Should I move to a course to learn more? I'm not sure about Duolingo. I have never used it. I'm learning Chinese. I can speak a little bit of Chinese, but I never used Duolingo to learn any language. So I cannot tell you if it's useful or not. But yes, courses, one-on-one classes with a teacher, it's pretty useful, especially when you are a beginner or like under upper intermediate level, because when you're at the level upper intermediate, then it's pretty easy for you to learn by yourself. But if you're lower than that, then it's quite difficult. So I would recommend to have a teacher. Я тебя люблю, спасибо. Thank you for loving me. Russian is more rich in literature for the ones who are interested in Slavic literature. Yeah, Russia is pretty rich with literature. I mean, Russian language in Russia, yes. Why is O sound like I in some words, and this confuses me when reading a lot? So I answered this question a few times. I will repeat that. And also there are videos on my channel about it. So basically, if the short answer is when O is stressed is under stress, then O is pronounced as O. If O is unstressed, then O is pronounced as A. So that's the question. Hello, respect. Do you speak German? I can speak a little bit of, I mean, not really, but I can say wie heißt du and ich heiße Alexander. Wie heißt du? You look like the guy who does camping tutorials. No, I'm not that guy. I've never done any camping tutorials. Thank you for what you're doing to teach people. I'm glad I found your page. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your feedback. I'm really happy when my videos help you. I really make sure that my videos are simple and clear. I know that learning Russian is pretty hard to learn, to do. And I try to make my videos pretty simple and clear. So thank you very much for your feedback. Where are you from? I am from Russia. I was born in Russia and I was raised in Russia. My family is in Russian. But right now I live in Vietnam. Mexican here, could you give me the price in order to get your stuff? How long does it take to learn? If you want to join my live stream, my private classes, one-on-one classes, then you can send me a message on Telegram or Instagram. And the prices are, it's $28 per class. One class is 50 minutes. That's if you buy 12 classes. If you buy 8 classes, then it's $29 per class. And if you buy 4 classes, then it's $28 or $30 per class. So if you're interested in learning with me, studying with me, then just send me a message on Telegram or Instagram. I will pin my Instagram here. There you go. You can see it now at the top of the chat. Let me find. It's hard to navigate now in this chat because there's lots of fighting going on. Where did I finish? Wow. Oh yeah, I found. Okay. So are you still in Minnesota? No, I'm not in Minnesota. I am in Vietnam, but I used to live in Minnesota. before, when there's a Russian language village in Minnesota. I mean, it's like it belongs to Concordia College, and yeah, there are 15 villages, and one of them is a Russian village. So um, I was teaching there Russian and how to play balalaika, which is a traditional Russian instrument. How can I see how are you? How? I didn't understand this question. They are all Cossacks, different strange family groups. Ukrainian is a really beautiful language. Yes, my favorite cartoon. Well, it's like I love this Ukrainian songs. Well, it's like a old Ukrainian songs. It's in the Russian cartoon Жил был пес. So it's like a cartoon about a dog and a wolf, and then they sort of help each other. And then there's this very nice Ukrainian song, and then I loved it like since childhood. And then I recently I was trying to find the group. It's like old Ukrainian ladies. They sing those songs, and then they have like a few, maybe 20 songs, and then they're so good. Wow! And I've been to Ukraine a few times, and it's really nice. It's really nice there. I love the language, and I mean, Slavic languages, they sort of sound like old Russian, and because I am a Russian teacher and I used to study old Russian, so for me it feels like so warm languages. Like Slavic languages are like they're in my heart. How can I say how are you? How are you is как дела. Как is how, and dela is like stuff, how's stuff, or like doings. How are your doings? Как дела. Does Duolingo have such a pretty teacher? I'm not sure. I've never used Duolingo, and I don't know if it's useful or not. I don't know. I don't even know if there are teachers on Duolingo. I heard it's like something about like testing or something. You can test yourself, but I'm not sure if there are teachers there. I'm for sure. I can tell you, I'm not on Duolingo. My crush speaks Russian, and your videos help a lot. Thank you. You're very welcome. A lot of people actually here in the comments when I do the lives, a lot of people, they say that they either have a Russian boyfriend or girlfriend or a wife or a husband. So it really it really made me surprised me that for many people, motivation is like a Russian boyfriend or girlfriend. You look very handsome. Thank you very much. Thank you for making learn Russian more easy. You're very welcome. Thanks for the lessons. Much love from Kuwait. Hello, Kuwait. Currently learning Russian. Your videos help a lot. Thank you very much for your feedback. I really I work hard to make some difficult stuff in Russian, make it easy and clear. So when I get those kind of comments from you that my videos help a lot, then this makes me very happy. I'm learning Russian on Duolingo. Is that a good app? I'm not sure. I've never used Duolingo, so I'm not really sure about it. Cannot tell. What are ways to continue learning Russian when you don't talk to no one who speaks Russian? So a good advice would be to learn a new skill in Russian. For example, if you if you want to learn how to play guitar, then you should not watch American or English speaking people teaching you how to play guitar. You just go to YouTube, and then on YouTube you search. Just go to Google Translate and say how to play this song in Russian, and then you copy the translation and paste it in on YouTube search, and then you will find all those videos of Russian people teaching you that song on guitar. And basically what you have to do, you have to learn a new skill in Russian. This is very, very helpful. I am learning it on there, and it's good, but also have Russian friends who help. Let's say, also write the Russian down in the book. It helps with memory. Yes, the writing is one of the skills, and also writing is good for memorizing. So whenever you write, especially in Russian, because writing in Russian is very important, and a lot of people, they use handwriting. I mean cursive. So it's very important to learn writing in a typing way, because you would use it on your keyboard, for example. But also it's important to learn how to use cursive. And I have a course on cursive. If you want to learn how to write in cursive, then you can again message me on Telegram or Instagram. Then I will teach you how to write in cursive, Russian cursive. I will pin my Instagram and Telegram here again, so you can find Shurik. Okay, there you go. Let me find the last comment that I read. Hola, hello, Spain. Hola, Venezuela. Hello, Venezuela. Hope to see you soon. Good night. Good night. Have a good night. Thank you for visiting my live stream. Can you explain the different U's? Well, basically the U is well, you have to learn the cases. There are 6 cases, and then the U, it can be written in 6 different ways. So, ты, тебя, тебе, тебя, тобой, о тебе. I'm gonna make a few videos on that, so later just wait for my videos, and I will make videos about conjugation and the cases in the Russian language. What other languages do you speak? I can only speak English, Russian, and a little bit of Chinese, because I used to live in China before. I spent 3 years in China. Why is my For You page suddenly and randomly full of people teaching Russian? Well, I guess TikTok understands that you want to learn Russian, so TikTok is pretty smart. Are you from Uzbekistan, Kazakh? No, I am from Russia. Not sure what the levels are, but I am still on Rookie Unit 5. Rookie. Don't know what that means, but you're talking to between yourselves, okay. I have a question. When we put nas and nash and vas and vash, so basically, well, it's just different cases. In English, it's the same. Nas is us, and nash is our. Vas is you, and vash is your. Very clear difference. Nas, us, our, you, your. That's it. Hello, Brazil. Welcome to this live stream. Rio de Janeiro. Hello. I love your vids. Really great. Thank you very much. What's the thing you like the most about your language? About my language? I don't know. I think I like the fact that actually a lot of people want to learn Russian. And before, I didn't know about it. I mean, like 10 years ago, I didn't know about it. But when I started teaching Russian 10 years ago, I figured there are so many people that are learning Russian. It's amazing. Like a lot of people, a lot of Americans, they learn Russian, which is not obvious because but there are different reasons why Americans are learning Russian. And when I was teaching in Minnesota, in the United States, well, first of all, there are Russian kids that were adopted from Russia by American parents, and then American parents, they wanted them to keep their Russian heritage. And then there are also people who are just fascinated by Russian language in the Soviet era, and then because there was a Cold War and then all this propaganda and stuff, so they're for them, the Soviet Union and Russia, it's something mysterious. So that's the reason why they want to learn Russian. And then there are just people who are interested in Russian literature, which is famous around the world. And then there are people who love Russian ballet. So there's many reasons why people learn Russian in the world, but I figured, and for me that was a surprise 10 years ago, that a lot of people, they want to learn Russian, which is good. Thank you very much for the roses. Hey, can you please explain singular and plural of nouns? I'm trying to learn it. Well, this is a very big question. I mean, it's a big. It's it will take a few hours to explain, and then I will probably explain that also in my videos. But if you want to learn it now at this moment, then you can message me on Telegram or Instagram. Then we can have one-on-one classes, and I will be more than happy to explain you one-on-one. But in this live stream, it's just too hard. It will take a lot of time to explain because there are different cases. I mean, first of all, there are 6 different cases, and then there's inclinations also. There's gender, there's animate and inanimate nouns. There's yes, those nouns, and then those are. It's so many things to explain. So, but if you want to me to explain it in the nearest future, then just send me a message on Telegram or Instagram. Hey man, thanks for the lessons. You're very welcome. I have a serious question, okay? Go ahead, you can ask me. If it's related to Russian language, not about politics. I've recently just started learning Russian, and you've been a big help. Thank you, from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. The first time that I see a New Zealander here on my live stream. Greetings from Houston, Texas. Hello, Texas. I've been to Houston once. I put something in your message box from South Africa for you. It is a link to my Dropbox. Okay, thank you. Мой папа. Romania love. Hello, Romania. How do I say good morning and have a good day in Russian? Thank you very much. Good morning is Доброе утро. Доброе утро. Доброе утро. Доброе утро. Доброе утро. Доброе in Russian is kind, and утро is morning. So we don't say good morning, we say kind morning. Доброе утро. Now, have a good day is хорошего дня. Хорошего дня. Хорошего дня. Хорошего дня. Хорошего is good and дня is day, so good day. Russian is North Eurasian Esperanto. This language don't consist native words in the root. That's an interesting idea. What Russian movies would you recommend beginner learners to watch? If you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend to watch any movie because it's just too hard. It's too hard to watch a movie in a language that you just started to learn. In general, it's either English, Chinese, or Russian. I wouldn't recommend watching a movie if you're a beginner, because it's just going to be too hard. You will not understand anything. Do you speak Romanian? I don't speak. Привет, do you have Instagram? Yes, I do have Instagram. I'm gonna pin my Instagram here. Shurik, okay. There you go. This is my Instagram. Let me just pin this comment. Oh, there you go. This is my Instagram and Telegram. If you want me to teach you a one-on-one, then you can send me a message. Then I will arrange a time for you. I will test your Russian and prepare the books for you according to your level and your goals of studying. Мой папа меня не любит. How do I help this? Oh, this is a hard question. I cannot answer that. How do you say I respect you in Russian? In Russian, I respect you is я. Я is I. Respect is уважаю. 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 Я уважаю. And you is тебя. Я уважаю тебя. Я уважаю тебя. Я уважаю тебя. Would you like to come and live in Europe? I have been to Europe. I have been to maybe 10 European countries. Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Turkey. I lived in the UK for a year, but I don't think I would want to live in Europe. Oh, I've been to Serbia also. I wouldn't say so. I would love to live maybe, well, because I work online, I can actually live anywhere. And it also depends not only on the country, but also depends on the people that I find, and I don't know, like my people around me. So, but not necessarily. I pretty much like Asia. So I loved living in China. I spent 3 years living in China. Now I live in Vietnam. I love living in Vietnam. So yes, and just in general, I like, even though I come from Russia, but I like warm weather, and I want summer the whole year long. And in Europe, there's summer only in summer, and then in winter it's cold. So I wouldn't think that I would want to live permanently there. But I would love to live in Thailand, for example, because they have summer all year long, and this is what I need. I like your videos. Your lessons are easily understandable. Thank you very much for this feedback. It really makes me happy. Good morning. Доброе утро. Roll both R's. Yes. Roll the R's. Привет, мой друг из Южной Калифорнии. Hello, California. I've been to California a few times. I've been to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego. When I went to San Francisco, I wanted to take a picture in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, but it was very unlucky for me. The whole bridge was in fog, so I couldn't see anything. It was very hard to see the bridge, and the photo, it was not good. And I came to California. Was one of the reasons that I came to California is to take a photo in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, and I couldn't because it was all in fog. I was disappointed. I was sad. Maybe one day I will come back and take that photo. But yes, I enjoyed Hollywood, to see the Hollywood sign. It was interesting. And I enjoyed the beaches in San Diego. I want to learn Russian language. Well, I'm very happy. So you can message me on Telegram, Instagram to join my classes, or watch videos on TikTok for free. Hello, no fighting. Yes, no fighting, please. Can you see me? I don't know how to use these lives. I see your message. Yes, I cannot see you, but I can see your message. How to say "you will win" in Russian in one word? You will win. It's like you is ты, win is победишь. Ты победишь. Ты победишь. Ты победишь. If ты is you when you talk to a person, one person. If you're talking to many people, then you say вы победите. Вы победите. Вы победите. Favorite Russian idiom. I'm not really sure, because I'm not really good at idioms in any language, and in Russian, I don't know. I'm not sure. How to say no teachers on Duolingo, also no explanations if you're wrong. Unfortunately, yeah. Hey, do you open online class for Russian language? Yes, I teach online, one-on-one private classes. I don't teach in groups, only online one-on-one. So if you want me to teach you, then you can send me a message on Telegram or Instagram, and I will test your Russian, and then I will prepare books and materials according to your level and according to your goals of studying. So if you want to join my classes, just let me know on Telegram or Instagram. It's not free, it's $28 per one class, it's 50 minutes. I will pin my Instagram and Telegram here. There you go. I lost the comments. Ooh, many comments. You look good, bro, but I was talking about the angry, pretty Ukrainian. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I don't think he reads our comments. I am reading your comments. I'm reading all your comments. It's just there are many comments, so I'm going one by one. So please wait for the time when I answer to your comments. What is yes in Russian? Yes is da. It's either made up or get other comments. No, it's not. Yeah, this is me. I'm here. I'm answering your questions. What is some terms you would look for if my Russian boss is talking bad things about me? This is some bad language, and I don't really teach bad language. I know there are a lot of Russian people who like teaching foreigners some bad language, but I am a teacher. I never teach bad language, so sorry about that. Is Russian your first language? Yes, it is my first language. I was born in Russia. I was raised in Russia by Russian parents. Как дела? Хорошо, спасибо. Sometimes there is the seventh case. It's the locative. There is the one that is a very, very old case, and it is only used in like religious words. Only a few words. Could you tell me what Masha means? Masha is a name, and it's a short name for Maria. So we have the name Maria, and Masha is what you say for if you want to say like in a cute way. For example, like Catherine, you say Kathy, or Kate, you say Katie, or something like this. So it's like a cute short version. Bro, what would you say the Russian girl is like? I'll meet one tomorrow. Russian girls are beautiful. I don't have a lot of experience with Russian girls, but I think they're beautiful. Is the Russian food in Russia good? Is the food in Russia good? Yes, it is good. It is very delicious. I really miss Russian food. I'm in Vietnam right now, and even though there's lots of delicious food here, but I really miss, every time I go outside of Russia, I start missing Russian food so much in a very short time. Like, Russian food is so good for me. Like, I really love Russian food. It's so delicious. Are Russians into Latinas? Asking for a friend. I think so, yeah. I think I know one Russian guy who's married to a Mexican girl. Can you say my name in Russian? It's Mo Lester. Mo Lester. It's the same. You're cute. Thank you very much. How are migrants treated in Russia? Migrants, I think they're treated very well. How are you not? How are you not drafted? Um, how are you not drafted? Well, because I am not in Russia, so I'm not drafted. Where do you reside? I live in Vietnam. Vietnam. On average, how long does it take someone to learn Russian? 3 to 4 years if you study intensively. Also, are there different dialects of the Russian language? There are no thick dialects. Like if you compare Russian in Moscow and Russian in Vladivostok, it's just the same language. It's not like London accent, and then when you just go outside of London, it's like completely different accent and dialect. It's not like that. Russia is a big country, but we don't really have a lot of like accents or dialects. If there are some differences, then they're not as huge as like London and outside of London. So, what other languages do you speak? I can speak a little bit of Chinese. I can speak Russian and English. Do you live and teach in Russia? At the moment, I am not in Russia, but I teach Russian online every day. Hello from Saudi Arabia. Hello, Saudi Arabia. You're welcome to my live stream. Navajo here, took one class 2 years ago, love it. Ah, nice. What is your opinion on Duolingo? I have no opinion on Duolingo because I never used it. I never used it to learn any language. I know it's very popular and a lot of students, they ask me about it, but I really have no idea. And I really never used any application to learn a language. When I studied English, I had a teacher. When I studied Chinese, then I had a teacher. I never really used an application to learn a language. Where are you live streaming from? I don't see the questions people are asking. I don't see the questions people are asking. I'm streaming from Vietnam. Good morning, good morning. I'm doing my first steps with Duolingo. Okay. How do you say how are you in Russian? How are you is как дела? Как дела? Как дела? Как дела? Where are you from? I am from Russia, but I live in Vietnam. Why learn Russian? For what? There is nothing. Russian. People learn Russian for many reasons, and one of the reasons that, for example, when I was teaching Russian in America, a lot of American people, they adopted Russian kids from Russia, and they want them to remember their heritage and to keep their heritage, so they send them to Russian schools in America. That's one of the reasons, and the other reason is that, for example, also because I have experience teaching in America, American people are very fascinated with the Soviet Union. It's like a mysterious. So that's why they want to learn Russian. And of course, there are, like Russia is a powerful military aspect country, and all countries, all military people, they have to learn Chinese and Russian. So there are many reasons why people learn Russian. To speak Russian, pretty explanatory. You're very welcome. Hello from Brazil. Let me find your comments. I have friends from Russia. Well, thank you very much for the roses. Are you Russian? Yes, I am Russian. What do you think of Alaska? I would love to go to Alaska. It's very, very interesting. Привет, Asia. Love your videos, bro. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your kind feedback. Thank you. Is Russian a gendered language? Yes, we have 3 genders of masculine, feminine, and neutral. Яблоки. Где живете? I live in Vietnam. Do you wear Adidas? No, I don't wear Adidas. How many languages do you speak? I can speak English, Russian, and a little bit of Chinese. I don't understand the difference between sh and sh. Okay, so I will give you 2 words and then just listen and see if you can hear the difference. Okay. Sha, or I will not give you the words, but syllables. Sha, 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 sha. Can you hear the difference? Now, is hard and sh is soft. There you go. That's the difference. Why Vietnam? Vietnam is warm. I used to live in China before. I spent 3 years in China, and I really enjoyed living in China. But I couldn't go to China this time, so instead I went to Vietnam. It's really, really nice. Если у вас какие-нибудь, do you have any recommendation for Russian TV series with English subtitles? The problem here is that I never watch movies or TV series, so I have no idea about movies or TV series. I even didn't watch Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings or Games of Thrones or something. Maybe I watch a movie once a year for a New Year holiday, and it's a Russian Soviet movies that I watched many times for New Year. But just in general, I never watch movies and TV series, so I cannot recommend. I know a lot of people, they watch movies and TV series every single day. I don't watch that. I watch TikTok. I do, but with movies, I get bored when watching movies or TV series because it takes too much time, and it's like a story that you can really tell in 2 minutes. Like, they met each other, they fell in love, they got married, they had kids, somebody died, the end of the story. I mean, you can tell the story in 2 minutes. Then for me, it's quite boring to. So in my classes, I will not really share any opinions on like movies or on the Soviet movies. Yes, the ones that I watch. I watch Soviet movies, but I know a lot of Soviet movies, but I never keep up with like trends and like the new movies. I only watch Soviet movies for New Year holidays. Guess why I'm Mexican and ask if he has a previous marriage. I think he left Russia. Put some makeup on. I never wear makeup. That's a funny comment. I want to learn Russian. You're very welcome. Please learn it. What does толстый черный My Russian friends always call me that. That's some bad word. Bad word. When should I use "e"? Well, "e" is used usually in the beginning of words, and those words are usually taken from other languages. Those are not purely Russian. You remind me of Lit Frank. I don't know who that is. You speak English very well with no accent. Thank you very much. The reason is because I used to work in the United States, so I picked up their accent. Brother, what? This one I already answered. Hey, bro, could you tell us about the difference between sh and sh? So, sh, 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 sh. Can you hear the difference? That's the difference. The sh is hard and sh is soft. How long does it take for a person to become fluent in Russian? Usually, if you study intensively, then it takes around 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. What time is it in Vietnam now? It's around midday. It's around 12 p.m. In your opinion, what mouth exercises or words would you practice doing to help speaking Russian to get the accent properly? I wouldn't do any mouth exercises. It's just you need to understand. If you learn how to speak English, you don't really do any exercises. It's just just try to pronounce. It's like whistling, whistling for a person who cannot whistle, it's hard, but you just try, you look at the person, he puts the lips together in a tube, and then you just try, and then the same with the sounds in the language. So you sort of look how people put their lips together, and the teeth and the tongue, and then you just try, and then eventually you will get that. Very Russian face. Thank you very much. Hopefully that's a compliment. How can I study Russian with you? If you want to join my private classes, one-on-one classes, then you can send me a message on Telegram or Instagram. I will test your Russian level, and then I will prepare books and materials for you according to your level and your goals of studying Russian. So let me pin my Instagram and Telegram name here, so you can find me, send me a message, and we can arrange some classes for you. Okay. Hello, you're cute. Thank you. How do I say how are you in Russian? Can you explain? How are you is как дела? Как дела? Как дела? Как дела? How do you pronounce "ü"? So "ü", I know it's a little bit hard to pronounce, but basically it sounds like as if someone hit you in your stomach with a fist. "Ü". So it's like you feel the pain in your stomach, you say "ü, ü". So this is the sound. How much are your one-on-one lessons? One-on-one lessons, they start from $28. One lesson is 15 minutes, so $28 if you buy 12 classes, and then $29 per class if you buy 8 classes, and then $30 if you buy 4 classes. You're good, thank you very much. How are you, как дела? Yes. Do you do Do you say insult? Do you how much? I already answered. Are you Russian native? Yes, I am. I was born in Russia. I was raised in Russia. I lived in Russia for many years now. I am 31 and I recently left Russia. Anyway, guys, it's lunchtime for me, so I will go and have some food. Um, Thank you for joining this live stream, and thank you for asking me questions. I really enjoyed answering your questions. Just wait for another few days until I do another live stream. If you want me to teach one-on-one, then send me a message on Telegram or Instagram. And thank you for watching my live, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna go have lunch now. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye, guys.